Hey, how's it going, guys? Nate here, and today Fallout 4 on the Xbox One has finally received mod support, marking a pretty gigantic milestone, seeing as very few games this big and this mainstream have received mod support on a console platform. Now, if you're a PlayStation 4 user, unfortunately mod support has yet to arrive on your platform, and likely won't for the next month or so. So maybe late June, early July, mod support will also be made available over on the PlayStation 4 as well. However, until then, we're going to be working with the Xbox One, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to get started with mods, how to start installing them for yourself, as well as talking about some of the restrictions and regulations that are available for Xbox One users, but not exactly present on the PC, as if modding wasn't already complicated enough. So without further ado, let's do further. Now, the first thing you want to start off with when you're about to mod Fallout 4 on the Xbox One is create an account at Bethesda.net. Bethesda.net, link probably in the description below, and from there you just want to create an account, which is not that difficult at all. All you're going to need is an email address and the creativity skills necessary to come up with a nice little password, which admittedly is a little bit hard nowadays, seeing as current password requirements make you have to have like 15 freaking characters, like 20 symbols, and God knows how many capital letters, not to include the blood of a fucking virgin. But if you can get that done and that complete, then you'll be golden. So once you've got a Bethesda.net account, you know your username and password, you are good. You won't need to use a computer or phone ever again for the remainder of this process. So simply load up Fallout 4, go to the screen I'm at right now, the main menu screen, so to speak, and you're going to want to scroll down to the tab that says mods. And from there, you're going to be prompted with a login screen in which you're going to be obligated to enter in that account information for the account you just created, which also, on a side note, if you signed up for one of the betas, if you signed up for like the Fallout 4 DLC betas, then you already had to create an account. So if you can remember those details, bonus points to you. You won't need to go through the account creating process. You already have one. But from there, click on mods and you'll be prompted to enter in that account information. Now, I'm not going to have to do that. I've already signed in and apparently auto-saved my username and password. So I don't need to go through this process, but you certainly will. So once you enter in that account information, you're going to be prompted with this screen. And this is the modding hub. And it is incredibly simple and very user-friendly. There's multiple different categories from the most popular, highest rated, and then it gets a little more specific with animals, armor. So really you can find whatever mod you're looking for. If you want to improve a certain aspect of the game, you can definitely find it. There's a lot of categories. And if that's not enough specification for you, you can press X and do a custom search to search for an exact mod that you're looking for if you can't find it in these predetermined categories already. Now, by pressing Y, you'll be prompted with the load order screen. As you can see, it says no content found. I haven't installed any mods yet. We're going to do that in this video. But if you look at the top right, you'll see total and free space. And notice how free space says 2 gigabytes. That is the limit on the amount of mods you can download. You cannot have more than 2 gigabytes worth of mods downloaded onto your Xbox One. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. Now, we're going to talk about that limitation a little bit later in the video, though. So, if you want to download a mod, find one you like. We're going to be using the Spawn Items mod. This is a pretty fun one. I believe it's by Where's in Line or something like that. War is Line. But we're going to click on this mod, and once you click on a mod, you've got another selection of options. You can favorite it, download it, of course, rate it, or report it if you believe it to be in violation of the community guidelines. Towards the right-hand side, there will be a little bit of a description about it in case you don't know what it is. There's also a little thing that says the download size, so that way you know if you're going to exceed your limit, so to speak, with mods. But we're just going to hit download, and we're going to download this puppy. Fortunately, my internet has decided to be cooperative today, which is a very welcome change. But we're going to download this up, and from there, I'll show you what to do once we complete this download. And it looks like it's already finished, so it's not worthy of a jump cut. But, alright, there we go. And as you can see, the mod is downloaded. Now, we can click disable from here, but we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to press Y and take a look at the load order. And as you can see now, the Spawn Items mod is there and it's enabled. It's got that check mark by it. I can press A, take that check mark off. I can press Y and delete this mod if I think I don't want it anymore, or if I want to like free up a little bit of space. Now, towards the top right, you'll also see now I have 153.9, or wait, what is that? 153.79 kilobytes used up space. Now, this is a little odd because I believe it said 37 megabytes earlier, but I think that might be a little bit of a glitch. Hopefully we'll see that corrected later on. So we've got 153.8 kilobytes essentially used up, meaning we can download a lot more content and not go over our load order. But we're going to click on this. We're going to make sure that mod is enabled. Again, yes, it has a check mark, and we're going to go into the game. Now, you can enable multiple mods at once, but we're not really going to go through that. It really just increases load times and things like that, something I don't want to do. So now you're going to be prompted to restart the game entirely. The reason for this, if you've got a new mod, it's got to reinstall the modules, or it's got to mess around with itself a little bit. I don't exactly know. But yeah, we'll see you once it completes this process. And we are back. Okay, so that was not quick at all. But anyway, so now that you've restarted the game with your mod load order ready to go, now you can start playing. Now, it's important to note something, however. Some mods will be save game compatible, and others will not be save game compatible. What this means is save game compatible mods can be loaded in with any save file you have. You can just load into a save file, and that mod will be good to go regardless. A mod that's not save game compatible, however, is quite a different story. Those mods you're going to need to create an entirely new game for, so it's important to keep that in mind. However, fortunately, most mods currently are save game compatible, as most of them are just armor and weapon and mods like that don't really alter anything core or essential. But if you do have a mod that's not working or something like that, it might not be save game compatible, and you might want to try it out with a new save. But we don't need to worry about that. We're going to go load up a game with this mod installed. So let's see, we're going to click on Charles McGee, just because that's a badass name, and nobody can tell me otherwise, and we're going to load up this save. So I'll see you once this is complete. Another thing, real quick, important to note, if you've got a lot of mods enabled, your load times are probably going to notice a bit of an increase, so don't be alarmed if you notice that. But I'll see you once we finish loading this screen up. And we have loaded into the game successfully. So now we are here, and the mod is installed, and it's ready to go. Now, some mods will require an extra step. Maybe you'll have to go to a specific location, pick up a holotape or something, but this mod's not like that. It's already got it preloaded into my character. So I'm going to press B and access my Pip-Boy to get this started. So pressing B, and I'm going to go over to Inventory, and I'm going to scroll over to Miscellaneous and click on this, Holotape Spawn Items and More. This is obviously came with the mod, and it's exclusive to it. I'm going to press A, and it's going to open up a pretty cool mod menu with a variety of features for me to dabble around with. So, for instance, I could add in New Vegas Ranger Power Armor, which I'm going to do right now because, oh my god, that looks badass. But let's take a look around at the game. Let's see. It's looking a little smoggy out. You know, this weather isn't exactly fair. It's not a good day for a walk. So we're going to correct that problem real quick with this. Scroll over time and weather, and we are going to set the time to 8 a.m., and we are going to clear the weather. And bada bing, bada boom, and oh my god, it should look bright. Oh, this is nice. This is absolutely amazing. Oh, this is just gorgeous. But let's go ahead and let's put on this Ranger Power Armor really quickly. Let's see how this looks. I actually haven't tried this out in a while. I've only seen videos on it, so we're gonna see how this armor looks. If I can find the things to click on. But anyway, so there we go. We've got the Ranger Power Armor, and it's looking pretty good, is it not? Oh wow, this is surprisingly nice. Okay, anyway, well, now that I've dabbled around with the mod a little bit, you're going to see some gameplay in the background. But again, the name of the mod is what is it? Oh my god, I did not forget the name. No, it's Spawn Items Mod. It's Spawn Items Mod, and it is a pretty effective thing. I like it a lot. It'll be in the description down below if you want to try this one out for yourself. Lets you spawn in NPCs and stuff of the like. So, now what we're going to talk about is a little bit more about the regulations. That 2 gigabyte limit that I mentioned earlier, and what effect that's going to have on the community. So, again, you cannot download more than 2 gigabytes worth of mods at the same time, which is a pretty big kick in the nuts, you know? Because a lot of mods are expected to be pretty heavy in size. I've mentioned the Cascadia mod, or Cascadia, depending on how you like to pronounce it, mod. And that's going to take place in Seattle, adding the entire new location, entire new map, entire new NPCs, new quests, a lot of data, and that's probably going to exceed 2 gigabytes. So it's likely that many mods won't just simply won't be able to be put on the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4 due to their raw size. Now, it appears that Bethesda is compressing these mods down to a smaller size format, making it a lot easier to run for us. But the reason this limitation is here has been argued to be because of server space and whatnot, but it appears the main reason is, in fact, just console hardware limitations itself. A console is, let me rephrase that. A console in general is typically not going to be as strong as a high-end PC. And high-end PCs can do a lot of stuff. You know, hypothetically, in a theoretical universe, you could have a 100 gigabyte load order on mods, right? Hypothetically, you're going to need a really good PC for that. And if you don't have that good of a PC that can hook that up or hook you up with that, then what's going to happen is you're going to notice crashes, your game's going to get laggy, bugs, freezes, just a lot of nonsense you don't want. It's not going to work because your hardware just won't let you run it. And the reason why Bethesda has that 2 gigabyte limitation on consoles appears to be so that way console users are going to be able to run these things without much of an issue. They won't be forced to go into their mods and delete things because they don't know what's causing issues and whatnot. Instead, they know exactly what it is, or they know just keep that limit satisfied. They just know they can't exceed that limit. They don't have to worry about all of that nonsense that PC users have to do about whether or not their system is compatible. Now, this limit could be expanded in the future depending on how well Bethesda optimizes the game, if at all. Again, with future consoles, hopefully in the future, I don't know, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, PS4, Xbox, or PS5, Xbox, like Xbox 2. I don't know, Bethesda wasn't good at telling us that, or Microsoft hasn't. But anyway, So hopefully these limitations will be improved in the future. Either way, I think this is a pretty big step up compared to what we've been seeing recently with games in general. This is a huge leap forward in my opinion. I hope other developers look at this and they say, hey, but look at what Bethesda's doing. Let's try and do the same thing. Let's emulate that. Let's put mods in Grand Theft Auto 6 and Ark. Let's put mods in all of these other games and see how that works out, because I think that would be a really, really nice precedent to have developers follow suit with and just kind of really improve everybody's experience in general, giving the community a lot more power and adding endless replay value to any game you find. Like Skyrim on the PC, I still play every now and then. There's just infinite things to do, quite literally so. There's no reason to stop, really, when you've got so much content at your disposal, unlike if you're on console, when you've only got a specific amount of things you can really do before it just gets monotonous and there's no more new content, so to speak. But on the PC, with modding, that's not an issue. And it looks like consoles may feel that liberation, so to speak, as well with the arrival of modding. So hopefully, again, this sets precedent. Hopefully we see more of it. If you're a PlayStation 4 user, no need to fear. Mods will be here within the next month or so. By the time you're watching this video, mods might have already arrived on your system anyway. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like if you liked, dislike if you disliked. If you got any mods that you think I should try out, leave a link or just name it in the description down below. I'll be sure to check it out. Might not make a video on it, but I'll definitely mess around with it a little bit. Anyway, hope to see you all in the next video. Peace out, everybody. Hope you can find a mod that works out.